just wanna have fun. Come and beat me up, meet me at the spot. Up all night till the sunrise. Pop back cool, get ready for the ride. Gonna feel good. Gonna feel good. Gonna feel. Holy moly, guacamole in my pockets. What a blessing. Got it on me, I got options. Real stepper, check the shoes, get it poppin'. Eating good, feeling good. Where my hopping done at? Put it on a plate with some lemonade. That's the way we did it in the old days. Back then, mama said, get up, walk up, play. But you better not come home like it's street life. We was young, racing street life. Carefree was the best time. Fast forward, daydreaming about the next time. When it's gonna happen again, cause I just wanna have fun. Come and beat me up, meet me at the spot. Up all night till the sunrise. Pop back cool, get ready for the ride. Don't it feel good? Don't it feel good? Don't it feel good? How you feel? Turn it up a notch, pop up clean room. Everyday celebration, take a trip vacation. You deserve a day, you deserve a day off. Working for too long, gotta kick back. Turn my cell phone off, wait till I get back. Ooh, yeah, this that. Living my life with no regrets. So I title, link up, pull up on me. Where we on? We did chillin', where we at the spot. What time? Anytime, link up, pull up on me. Where we on? We the coolin', the chill spot. What time? Party time. I just wanna have fun. Come and beat me up, meet me at the spot. Up all night till the sunrise. Pop back cool, get ready for the ride. Gonna feel good. Gonna feel good. Gonna feel.
He's simply ravishing.
Oh, yeah, baby. I'm putting it louder, damn it.
Oh, turn it up.
Oh, we're going to turn it up. Bop, 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 bop. Ba-da-da-da. Oh, we're going to swivel them hips.
Oh, you gotta swivel them on Friday.
Oh, I'm swiveling them hips.
Gotta do it.
We're powering up, and we are ravishing. Right on time. Girls won't admit it, but they know he's fine. Oh, I'm gonna take off my robe. I'm gonna take off my robe. Hey,
Oh,
you know what we should do one day, honestly? We should just start a stream with a song and just never stop. Just keep going with a song the whole time.
The whole time. And then
The whole
have people,
stream.
have people going crazy in the chat. Like, are they ever going to talk? Are they ever going to say anything?
We should just do that on. See
I'm
what people
down.
say. I think they would love it. I think they would sit the whole time and be like, this is the greatest stream of all time, potentially.
The energy is amazing. I mean, Simply Ravishing just does something to the soul on a Friday morning. I'm
Hey,
starting to feel
Alex has a message for you on there.
Uh-oh. Where's Alex? Let me see. Can I read him
Super
today?
chat.
Oh, let's go. Swipe up. Alex.
Anthony Volpe power.
Wow. Okay, Alex. That's what we starting with? On the Lord's Friday. That's what we starting with.
On the Lord's Friday, this
How
is
dare
what
you.
we're doing, OV.
Why are we doing that? Okay, relax.
Oh,
We got
motto.
got some baseball to talk about. Okay, American baseball. Okay,
American baseball, okay. A little
bit of
American
Major League
time,
action.
okay. USA, USA. All right, little USA action going
Yes,
on today at the
yes.
U, baby.
Yes.
Quick little note. We're sending our best wishes to our good friend Uncle Dom. Aunt
Yes,
Mo
sir.
said it looks like he may have a. Let me go back. I think she said I don't want to get this wrong.
Yeah.
Aunt Mo, where are you, Aunt Mo, the great one? We love
She's
Aunt
up
Mo.
there.
I
Morning,
think she
Aunt
said he
Mo.
might have a kidney infection.
Ay, Dios
Aunt
mío.
Mo, did I miss it? Aunt Mo. He's
Confirm
got a
for us.
possible kidney infection, yes.
Possible kidney
So
infection. Yeah.
shout out to best well wishes, get well wishes to our good
Prayers
friend
up.
Uncle Dom. We love you, Uncle Dom. We love you, my
Yes,
friend.
we
Hope
do.
you're listening. If you are, we
Yes.
we love you, Uncle Dom.
Don't laugh too hard. We'll
No,
try to,
yeah.
We'll try to make sure we keep you in the.
And
in
you
the right-
know Uncle Dom. I don't know. I don't care what state Uncle Dom's in. He's probably gonna be an animal no matter what. He's a
I
wild
don't think-
man.
Yeah, I don't think that energy is controllable. I
It's
think
not.
it's just
Uncle
there's
Dom's
nothing-
energy's not controllable.
I mean,
By the way,
those poor doctors and nurses, man, they don't know what to do with them.
let me tell you guys something about the Audi Club, right? So we had the Audi Club event. Everybody knows we sold it out. Amazing, probably the best event we've ever had. Maybe one of the greatest offensive games you'll ever see. We're actually there for it, which is awesome.
Yes.
Which added to everything that happened. Funny moment of all this, and I didn't see this in a moment, so I see this afterwards.
Yeah.
Bro. Uncle Dom had on Aaron Judge socks.
Yes,
and
he
our
did.
guy replay op
Oh man.
is ending up kissing his ankles.
I don't know what was going on.
And
there.
there's a shot of Uncle Dom's hand on top of his head.
He's got his hand on his head.
He's doming him.
Yes, and I'm not ayoing that because this got nothing to do with us.
It has
was
nothing to
them.
do with the you. Nothing
to
at
do
all.
with us. This is the role behind us. I don't listen. We gotta have to drop a disclaimer at the beginning of every event now. Okay?
Facts.
Ladies and gentlemen, we are not responsible for what you may or may not see in the Audi Club today.
Tony
Okay.
Rivera said wild.
What might transpire in this suite is not the responsibility of NYY Underground or its sub parties. Okay.
Hey man, not at all. This is not a reflection on the you one bit. I don't know what the hell was going on over there. But yeah, man. Aunt Mo
gotta
also
wear those
does
socks.
confirm. She confirms that he is a horrible patient, which you didn't
can
even have
see
to
it.
tell me, Aunt Mo.
I
I
can see it.
could see that all day, every
see
day.
it.
But
I'm not
man,
the best- I'm not the
everybody,
best patient either. So,
facts.
I can't say.
I
anything.
am super, super excited. We have a lot of fun things in the works here at the U. And
yeah.
the New York Yankees won a ball game yesterday. So that's
They
always
did.
good. That's
They
always
did.
good. They're powering up big time.
I mean, the lineup has been kind of coming through in a major way to start off the year. I mean, even that second game where they weren't as competitive, ninth inning comes around, Volpe, Porsche job, and all of a sudden you got a ball game. So shouts out to the New York Yankees and the offense that, a lot of us kind of didn't know what to make of it coming
Yep.
into the year.
Well, Francis, since the Yankees are powering up,
Mm-hmm.
I think it's only fair, right, that I change my hat.
Oh, he's gonna power up. Oh, ladies and gentlemen, watch him. You watch. Dun 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 dun. I had no idea.
Oh, baby, I'm powered up. Pete Simonetti powered up, damn it. Where do we have the music? Dun, 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 dun.
Oh man, it's gonna be a long year.
Hey, it's never gonna end.
Look at this guy.
Damn, that's a long sound clip. Holy shit, it goes for about 5 minutes long. But man,
Are
oh
you
man.
kidding me right now? I
don't know
can't
what-
really.
Bro,
Listen,
I don't know what the hell is going on this morning, but there's something wrong with us. Seriously.
This
There's
is gonna be-
seriously something wrong with us.
this is going to be a very long and good season. If this is where we are 6 games in, Pete,
Hey.
this is going to be a good season.
Hey. That's what she
Hey.
said. Long and good. Hey.
Hey, that's how they like it, huh? You know what I'm saying? On Friday morning, we can't be contained. I'm sorry.
Hey, she had a fat ass.
No, the Yankees have powered up this year, big time. Rod Thompson, what up, brother? They
What's good,
powered up
man?
big
Good
time.
morning.
They are powering up. Look, it's funny because one of the things that we all worried about when Senor 22 left is that
Yes.
what is the Yankees offense going to look like? Well, they're just breaking like home run records left and right. So if I pull this up on screen real quick, these are the homers that the Yankees are hitting. Aaron Judge leading the charge with 5. I mean, the guy's, he's also hitting 417 with a 1600 OPS. I mean, look, man, he's doing, what is it, his first 1,000 games, he's only doing right behind Babe Ruth for the most home runs ever in 1,000 games.
Yeah.
So you're looking at one of the greatest of all time.
You're talking about numbers like this in the live ball era, my brother.
Mhm.
Like, what are we like? We're looking at video game stats. We're looking at MLB The Show in real life. It's to the point where people are looking for every excuse they can. They're trying to blame torpedo bats that Judge doesn't use. They're saying
Exactly.
that they're juiced again, which okay.
Portnoy said he's using it. Portnoy, stop. Stop it.
Portnoy keeps. Listen, what? Pete,
I like Dave.
What's going on with our guy Portnoy, man? We
I
like
like Dave. I like Dave a lot, but I'm sitting there
like
going,
him.
brother, if you want to hate on somebody, you gotta be honest about it. Because Dave should know
Not
about this.
Judge. Why? Judge is the last guy to hate on, Dave.
Like if you, but here's my thing.
Come on.
Dave Portnoy should know about this because if you want to
He
attack
does,
somebody,
man.
it's fine, but bring facts. You can't attack the Yankees and say Aaron Judge is using the torpedo bat when he's not.
Yeah.
At least give him the credit for doing it without using it.
Of course, bro. As a Red Sox fan, there's so much stuff you could use to troll the Yankees. There's a lot. There's tons of it. The
Of
Yankees
course.
are like a hotbed for this stuff, and this is our
Facts.
problem as fans. We said it for, and Dave is a good troll. Come
He's
on.
a very good troll. He knows how to do it. He knows how to do it.
Yeah, my message to Dave this morning. Dave, be better, Dave. We expect more from our Red Sox trolls. Okay,
Oh, we're gonna have a slice of pizza together. Oh, we're gonna have a pie.
you got to go to that New Haven joint. That's where if it does ever happen, I want to go.
Me,
To
you, Dave, and Simon.
Can you imagine?
What a
Gotta
psychopathic
bring
group.
Simon. We got to bring Simon.
Hey, Pete, Simon, calling from Bella Vista, New Haven, Connecticut. Look, I know the best pizza spot for you to go to, Peter. Look, let me tell you something before you eat that slice, Pete. Gotta get rid of this boon. It's like they're playing ping pong out there, Peter.
Let me tell you, he
He doesn't breathe.
That's gonna be a tough. Now that I'm thinking about just that mixture of personalities,
I don't think Dave will like Simon too much.
Simon and Dave. That's
I think
that's
they'll-
that's a little tough. They might come to blows. I don't know. Like, I mean, Dave.
I'll hit him with a bocce ball, Pete.
Listen, Dave Portnoy has been saying a lot of stuff about Aaron Judge, and we know about one thing about Simon.
He was gonna hit us with a bocce ball.
Simon was gonna jump us alone.
Yeah, he was gonna fight. He wanted to. He was like, "I'll take on
Literally.
both of you. What's up? Let's go."
Simon
So-
said, "Call the ambulance," but not for me. He was gonna beat the crap
That's my
out of
favorite clip of all time. You want to hear how immature I am, and Francis
Oh.
already knows how immature I am. I mean, he gets to see me in person quite a bit. Look, the first time I saw that clip that you just said,
Yeah.
when the old man's like, call an ambulance, and he pulls out the gun, he's like, but not for me. Bro, I was in this house for about a span of 2 weeks. I didn't stop saying it.
Say the same thing. I know.
Non-stop 2 weeks. I kept saying, call an ambulance, but not for me all day.
It's one of those clips, man. It's just gold. It's
I was
just
saying
gold.
it to the dogs.
I could see Uncle Dom do that. Like I could see every time I
Hell
see
yeah.
that video comes
Hell
up, I'm like, this is Uncle Dom.
Hell
Like,
yeah.
This is who he is. If he ever gets into trouble out there, he's not in trouble. It's the person who is trying to make trouble with him that is in
Facts.
trouble.
He's going
That's
to put
just
him
how-
out. He's going to put him
Listen.
out quick. He's going to put him out. But
Classic.
again, Judge, 5 homers, 15 RBIs already, which is absolutely insane.
Hey, what about the guy who's right behind him?
Our good friend. Our good friend here at the U, Jazz, a.k.a. Prince Jazz, the one and only. 4 homers to start the year for Jazz, as you guys already know. 8 ribbies for Jazz, also hitting 292 on the year, 1,100 OPS. Followed by the bat right behind me, the one, the kid, the golden boy, Anthony Volpe, sporting the Victus stuff, hitting homers left and right, making Doug very happy, which I think is hilarious. Now that when he homers, we just say make Doug happy.
Every time he homers, we're just like, look at that for Dougie
Your
Fresh.
call that day was hilarious, though.
Listen.
All you hear is Francis going, don't do it to Doug Anthony. Don't do this to Doug Anthony.
He's here to watch you. Nah, man. Listen, Doug. Every time he homers, now I know I gotta go check Dougie Fresh's page because you're
I
gonna see
sent
the
him
home
that shit, by
run
the way, and he just put a
with-
heart on it.
with Volpe. Don't do this to Doug.
I sent him. I'm like, this dude's a nut. He just put a
He
heart there.
calls him Volpedo. It's like,
Volpedo. That's
Volpedo is listen, man. It's
Volpedo's
unintentionally.
a little bit wild.
It's
but
unintentionally
I get it.
hilarious.
It is. It is.
You know what the thing is? I think everybody else is taking it the right way. And because me and you are like clinically insane, we're the only ones like can't just look at it for what it is.
Do you remember in the car with Kev?
Yeah.
We were driving, he got shocked. He said, the FBI says only psychopaths know that. And we're like, yeah, I know.
Exactly.
I know that. I
Oh
understand.
yeah,
we're
he did like a
telling you.
riddle. He did
Yes,
like a
he did
riddle
something.
that,
It's like apparently it's like an
nobody gets.
FBI thing.
It's like an FBI trick. Yes.
Yes,
it's
that
a
you
riddle.
ask a certain question of like a riddle, and if you answer it a certain way, it's like your brain function is that of like a psychopath. And me and Francis answered it immediately like this.
Exactly.
And Kev just like was in shock, like he
At
was
the same
stunned.
time. At the same
Yeah, he was
time,
like, you
answered
guys heard this before. I'm like, never. It's the
No,
first
I
time
never heard it before. And he's like, well, you know, they do this test because they say that only psychopaths will get it correct. Like they're the
Yeah.
only people who can answer this correctly.
Yep.
We just like look at each other like, And
Well-
Jira, by the way, Jira's in the car. She wasn't surprised one bit.
No, she wasn't shocked at
So
all. She
she
was like, no,
knows.
I
She
could
knows
have. I didn't need a question
She's
to tell you
dealing
guys
with two
that.
psychopaths. I mean, it is what-
100%. Kev, oh my God, says my guys. We appreciate you guys. And Alex says, Pete, are you concerned that if they don't hit a home run, that they don't score? Well, I'm going to get to that. I'm going to talk about that. And we'll talk about it here momentarily. Mr. Potato also says you drink black coffee because you are a psychopath. I do drink black coffee. That's the way I like it, baby. I like my coffee like I like my women, okay?
I drink black coffee also. I just realized that. Is that a psychopath trait though?
Apparently, no. That has been like talked about for a long time. But a lot of Italians do drink coffee black. We don't like to put a lot of stuff in coffee.
I think it tastes better that way. I know that the fact that I don't put sugar in my coffee is a big deal. I get that.
Richie says I drink it black because I have no milk.
It's I ain't going to the store.
He said I ain't going to the store. I'm gonna have it black. Damn it, the hell with this.
It is what it is. We'll survive. I like it, Richie. I respect.
Facts. Felix Nunez, what's up, brother? He goes, Judge has 320 homers at age 33. Can he get the 500? Hell yes. No doubt about it. Aaron Judge can get the 500. And the one thing about Aaron Judge is, you know, his body type, I believe, is going to hold up in the power department. You know, Judge keeps himself in good shape. He's not overly muscular. Like I'm talking, look, again, obviously Judge is a big muscular guy, but I'm not talking about, he's not like Stanton where he's like super cut. Judge has, I think, a very good body that's going to last him for a while in Major League Baseball playing this game.
Yeah. I mean, also sometimes it's going to sound like one of those things, right? But I think when it comes to that, like it's also genetics. And some people are more susceptible to being injury prone. I think Judge got that moniker unfairly. Like when we were hearing that a couple years ago, I think it was unfair and it wasn't, it really wasn't based on fact. I mean, a lot of the things that happened to him were freak injuries. And it's like,
dive in the outfield, hit by pitch. I mean, that's not his problem.
That's not his fault. So when you look at that and people are like, oh, well, it's like, I don't know. Like maybe genetically he's gifted that way that, you know, he is going to hold up. It does look like, you know, what you're saying, like his build and everything looks like it's something that can be maintained. And we've seen hitters, you know, power hitters continue to hit home runs into their 40s. I mean, Nelson Cruz was what, I think 40, and he was still hitting bombs. Look
Similar body type too.
Yeah.
Similar body as Judge.
Look at Sal Perez. I mean, he's not in the greatest shape. I think I'm not trying to shit on him. I think he'd be the first one to tell you that, but he's still hitting home runs. He hit a home run the other day.
Jim Tomey did it to the very end.
Yes. Yeah.
You know, so you got a lot of guys like that have been able to maintain that. So yeah, I think that is definitely the realm of possibility for Aaron Judge to do that.
Agreed.
But
yeah,
continuing on to like what Alex was saying, you got Anthony Volpe with 4 homers, hitting 208 on the year. Finally started he actually got a single the other day, so he's not just a pure power hitter like we were starting to see from Anthony Volpe. Ben Rice is looking phenomenal. I mean, just the at-bats he's having, he looks really, really good. Wells with 2 bombs, he looks solid. Yep. Cody Bellinger's looking good. He had the last couple of yesterday's game, not too good. The day before that, a little struggle. Jason Dominguez starting to turn it on a bit. Goldie's look good. Trent Grisham has looked solid. So the Yankees offense has been hitting.
They
Now,
have.
it does bring up something that scares a lot of fans. And as Alex did mention, is this team gonna be scoring when they don't hit home runs? Or is it gonna be one of those things again, another Yankee year where they're just sitting back and waiting?
I think it's kind of tough to say right now. I mean, we're 6 games in
Yep.
and they've started so hot. So it's like I don't want to make an assessment about who this team is characteristically 6 games into the year. What I will say is right now that does seem to be the case. I mean, even though that does seem to be the case, though, it doesn't seem to be a bad thing either when you have Aaron Judge homering at the clip he is, Anthony Volpe homering at the clip he is,
Mm-hmm.
Jazz homering at the clip he is. It seems like, I mean, if you got 3, 4 guys in the lineup that are liable to go deep any day, then it's like it's not the worst thing to live and die by the homer. It
Right.
becomes a thing when you're living and dying by the homer and you have 2 guys who can do it for you.
Correct.
That's where I
Correct.
think it's a much bigger problem. What we're seeing with the 2025 Yankees is it can happen at any point. It can happen from 7. It can happen 7, 8, and 9.
Yep.
I'm sure Corbin Burns will be the first person to tell you people that, he's like, I'm pitching, I'm doing my job, I'm handling Belly, I'm handling Judge, I'm handling Jazz, and then I get to the 7, 8, and 9, I can't get them out. Like those are the part of the lineup that's ambushing pitchers and catching them off guard. I mean, right now it doesn't seem like that's a bad problem to have if we need the home run to win right now.
Facts. No doubt about that. And I think people also got to remember that you're not expecting Anthony Volpe to continue just to hit bomb after bomb after bomb and not get
No.
singles, doubles, get on base. Same thing with Jason Dominguez, and you
Yes.
saw Ben Rice yesterday been able to run the bases pretty well. Bellinger's a good base
boss.
runner. Jazz Chisholm stole his first base yesterday. Jazz, Jazz knows I got him on that 30-30 this year.
30-30
Getting that
watch.
30-30.
Yep.
And the thing is, too, is that the difference of last year's club and this year's club,
Mhm.
you do look up and down that order and go, I can see where they could go. I can
Yes.
see the first to third. I can see at first base, somebody hits a double, they're able to score. You can see all that with this Yankee club. It is different than it was in years past where it's a bunch of lard asses on the bases that can't
Yep.
run. It looks like they're running in mud. Aaron Boone talked about yesterday, well, DJ LeMahieu is getting there. He's going to get back, and they said he needs to have a full spring training. So you know what that means. The Yankees are basically saying no matter what, we're going to give him a whole nother month to just kind of get his bearings underneath him, and who the hell knows what happens during that time because the guy's never been able to stay healthy. And I'll be real, I'll be shocked if we even see DJ LeMahieu this year.
I'm with you there. It feels, and this is gonna sound so bad, but like it feels like a impossible task for him to be able to go through this next month of rehabbing without some sort of setback, just because of what we've seen recently with him. And I think that's why the mere mention of his name is kind of a buzzkill right now
Yeah.
because the vibes are where they are, and then you see DJ LeMahieu's name come out, and the entire fan base collectively lets out a sigh like, "Oh my god, like why
Yep.
are we doing that?" But it's like they're paying him, and I hate to be that person, right? But the truth is the truth. They are paying him, so if they can get him back and get something from him, even if it's just that righty lefty platoon with him and Waldo, they're going to try to do that.
Yeah. And that's what I was just gonna get to. It wouldn't shock me one bit because look, who's the guy? We know they're not big fans of Oswald Peraza. We know that already.
Yeah, that's obvious.
Pablo Reyes is Pablo Reyes. And look, he hasn't looked good as he's gotten a chance in the major leagues with the Yankees, the couple of games he's been in.
Yeah,
If the Yankees get a healthy DJ LeMahieu, you could almost bet and guarantee he'd be back at third base, at least against lefties.
yes, for sure. I mean, I think that's what we're looking at. You've been saying it for a while now. Like that's probably what we're looking at in 2025. Righty lefty platoon at third. We just don't know who the right-handed guy is, and they've said that
Right.
they look for guys, and they have guys. Might be internal, might be whatever. It basically seems like if the Yankees could have what they wanted, right, and you gave them true serum and said, okay, if everything was ideal for you right now, who
Yep.
would the platoon be? They would probably tell you Waldo and DJ.
Yeah.
Waldo
No,
left-handed,
100% they would.
right-handed. Like I think that's what it is. So let's see. I mean, again, it's no easy task for DJ to go through the next 4 to 6 weeks and not have some sort of setback. So
Yep.
prayers up. We're not hoping for an injury. So I don't want anybody to take it like that because we don't want to see anybody get hurt. So pray,
Yeah.
hopefully things go well or whatever. If somebody doesn't get a job or somebody doesn't perform, we don't want it to be because of injury. We just want it to be because like, they weren't able to do it. That's it.
Yeah.
So let's see.
Yeah, no doubt about it. And the Yankees pitching bullpen has been a bit of a wreck. And it's funny because we talked about this for a while. We talked about the biggest concern that we have with the Yankees bullpen is bridging to the end of the line, bridging to Weaver, bridging to Devin Williams. What is that going to look like? And look, the one thing I will give the Yankees credit for, and I said this on Game Season last night, is they do always seem to figure out the bullpen at some point where it's kind of like who's going to come in when. The middle relief so far has been a nightmare. And
our middle innings are not good. Yeah.
The game that we were at when Leiter gave up the grand slam to Eugenio Suarez, when we're at that game, we both looked at each other like, why are you pulling Hill so fast? Like, Tim Hill has kind of been your guy. He's been that guy that has been in moments with men on base and you got to try to shut them down, get a double play ball, do something like that. Yeah. Aaron Boone, quick to pull him to bring in Mark Leiter Jr., which the Yankees, by the way, they are desperate to see this guy work. They are desperate to look around the room and say, literally, we proved you wrong. The guy's going to be a 2-something ERA guy with a great strikeout percentage and all that mess. To this day, I still don't see it. I don't think he's consistent enough to be that type of guy. And he gives up the grand slam to Suarez. Looked better yesterday, but that's again, that is who Leiter has been. He's been a guy that you can go 3 games and you go, damn, he's racked up 7 Ks. I mean, this guy's dominating. And then the next 2 games, he gives up 6 runs. I mean, it's just who Leiter has been. He throws a meatball every now and then, multiple times. Yeah. So it's going to be tough to figure out. Yarbrough yesterday just didn't have it. I don't know how Boone, by the way, I said it during game season, when Corbin Carroll ripped that single off him after back-to-back walks, you could see he was all over the place.
That was it.
I would have looked to pull him right there because he couldn't throw a strike. He was just terrible.
I think where we are at this stage in the season, the quick hook for the relievers hasn't been a move that Boone is willing to go to unless the guy's Tim Hill. And that's what's kind of been frustrating. So you have fans out there saying, well, you can't blame Boone for this. I mean, freaking the LI Yankee Kings of the world. It's not his fault the bullpen sucks out of 2 guys. Shut up. The bullpen does not suck out of 2 guys. We were there. We witnessed Fernando Cruz live the other day. He
absolutely
was filthy.
Yep.
Okay, there was nothing they could do with him. So you don't sit there and say that the bullpen doesn't have talent up and down, because it does. Tim Hill is talented. Fernando Cruz is talented. These guys are talented arms, and they are in that bullpen. It is about how you deploy them. Okay, the other day, the game that we're at, he pulls Hill after three guys. Hill threw 4 pitches, Pete. Yep. None of those pitches were middle. None of those pitches were missed up. They were all sinkers. And they were all low in the zone or just out of the zone. He didn't miss. He gave up the double to Randall Grichuk. It was a good pitch, better hitting situation. That shit happens sometimes. He threw 2 pitches to him. All right. And the one that he hit was a sinker, middle, but low at the end, low end of the strike zone. And he hit it for a double. You tip your cap to the hitter and you keep moving. The single by Perdomo had an expected batting average of 223. How come all of a sudden the nerds don't care about the stats there?
Yep.
These are their stats. They love to bring it up every other time. When they were defending Clay, it was always, but the expected batting average. Okay, so the expected batting average of that single that scored Grichuk the other day was 223. That means it wasn't hit particularly hard, and it normally doesn't result in being a hit, let alone an RBI single. But that's what happened. Yep. And then he gets the next guy out, and boom, pulls him. Make it make sense. He's not missing over the plate. He's not wild. He was locating, and he just got beat by 2 guys. One he got beat by, one got lucky. Why did we pull him there? And then when you go to Mark Leiter and you see it start getting away from Mark Leiter, and we were there, we watched it happen, batter to batter. We saw it.
We did.
Literally building to that point. And then the bases are loaded, and you have Eugenio Suarez come in, who already had 4 home runs in his team's first 4 games and had not done anything to that point in the day. It was the most obvious choice there. This is the moment to go to Luke Weaver. And I'm not saying what everybody, but you're going to go to Luke Weaver for a 4-out save in April? No.
He just did it. He just did it yesterday.
But people were arguing the game that we went to that night. People were arguing you can't go to Luke Weaver for 4 outs in April. That's what I saw on the timeline.
He just did it.
but he does it the next day. Here's my
Yeah,
thing.
and that
2 days
happens a
later.
lot with Boone. You remember? Do you remember last year the stuff with Clay Holmes and we were saying that, and then I forgot
Yep.
exactly what it was, but like 2 days after, like, but now he does it.
Multiple innings.
Yeah,
He did the same
yeah.
thing with Clay Holmes. Can't go multiple innings here, whatever. And then my thing is, and to Boone's credit, he wasn't the one saying, "Oh, well, we didn't want to go 4 innings with Weaver there," unless I missed it because we were out that night. But on the timeline, I saw a lot of people saying you can't go 4 outs with Luke Weaver there. Here's my thing, Pete. I wasn't calling for 4 outs with Luke Weaver there. I was calling for 1 out. That was the game. That at bat, Eugenio Suarez with the bases loaded and 2 outs. I think it was the 7th inning, top of the 7th. That was the game right there, or it might have been top 8, whatever. That was the game. And that's where you deploy your closer. This is not the 90s, 80s, 70s baseball where the closer has to pitch in the 9th inning. No,
Yeah.
the closer needs to come in at the time of the highest leverage. That was the
Correct.
highest leverage moment in the game, and we left Mark Leiter in after he had put 3 guys on base. It doesn't make sense.
Yep.
It doesn't make
And
sense.
you know, it's something. These are the type of things that we see a lot in April when it comes to Aaron Boone's management style. It's almost along the lines of, and I hate saying it, but it almost feels like he sees April as extended spring training and not the regular season, where he can still maybe get away with stuff because it's April. And I hate that mindset. I hate that idea. Look, do I have an issue? A lot of people have talked about, well, the batting lineups are changing every day again, and they're not set. They went like one day with Wells leading off, and it worked well, and then they got rid of it because they scored the 20 runs, and now they're sticking with Goldie as the leadoff guy. They go to Ben Rice yesterday. So I get where fans are like, oh man, they're mixing this stuff up again. And in April, you know, you have spring training to figure that stuff out. But if you're going to work around some lineups, April's probably the time to get that done.
Yes.
I just don't like the idea of, let me go with my second best option because it's April. Or maybe we can get away with this because it's April. That's my problem. And look, the one thing about Luke Weaver that we know is Luke Weaver's always been a starter. Does that mean that I'm sitting here saying he should throw 90-something innings again, as he did last year? Not necessarily. But if anybody's going to get you 4 outs, if the name's available in the bullpen and that name is Luke Weaver, you should be very willing to do that to win a game. Whether it's April or September, I don't care when it is. You should be willing to go to a guy like Luke Weaver who's been able to do that many, many times to finish off a game. Like you said, in the biggest moment of that game, bases loaded. And to Mark Leiter's credit, he had him on 2 strikes. But then he threw a shit pitch. He was beating him with the fastball. Yes. He was late on his fast. He wasn't seeing the fastball great. Mark Leiter sped his bat up and said, you could put it out to left field, no problem. Don't worry about it. Let me help you out here, kid. And matter of fact, before that, Francis, you know what I did. I put down my Mr. Softy because it was 2 strikes.
Literally, man.
And that son of a bitch hit a homer when I put down my Mr. Softy. Meaning when I say I put it down, I flipped it inside out because I could leave it in the thing. And I never ate it again. It was done.
Yeah.
It was a freezing cold day. People looked at me like I'm nuts. Said, what are you doing getting Mr. Softy? You nuts? I said, I could have Mr. Softy if I was stuck in Alaska. I'll eat Mr. Softy, okay? I don't care. I don't care.
I felt so bad afterwards. I was just like, damn.
I mean, the first thing I said? I wasn't mad. I said, I gave him a Mr. Softy for this.
He said, I gave him my Mr. I couldn't believe it. I was like, I mean, to your credit.
You said what? You couldn't.
When I have this hat on too, I mean, damn, man. This Peter's a savage. I'm telling you right now, man. Bro, 2 outs, 2 strikes. I mean, and that's the thing, is like when it gets to that point, obviously Boone will sit there and be like, I mean, well, he got him to 2 strikes and we had 2 outs. He was 1 pitch away from getting out of it. Yes, he was, but wouldn't you much rather go to your guy there? I mean, I get it. I get what it's like. Bro, it's what you just said. That's what Luke Weaver is here for. Here's another caveat to that whole situation. Maybe right now we'll be using Luke Weaver a little bit more to start the year until we get our bearings in the bullpen. But once certain guys start to come on and certain guys start to come back, there will not be a need to use him at that clip anymore.
Exactly.
So why not utilize
Ian Hamilton should be back Monday.
That's what I'm saying. Hamilton's coming back Monday. Devin Williams was activated today. You got a slew of other guys that are scheduled to come back at different points throughout the season. I mean, you're looking at a team that idealistically by June and July is probably never going to need Luke Weaver to go 2 innings.
Right.
So if you have to do that now to ensure yourself a win in the early going to the season, I think you do it. I think you
agree.
do.
I agree. I agree. That's always been my only problem is that it just feels like a lot of early games in the year. People love that line, but it's
We let slip.
April, but it's April, but it's April.
But the games
Look,
count.
but the games, that's what I'm saying. I mean, it's
Like,
not like April doesn't count against your
people keep
win-loss
saying
record.
that.
It does.
Like
You know what I
like
mean?
in
I don't
September they wiped the April record. Like,
exactly. I don't understand it. It's like a lot of times you win you win or lose a division by 1 or 2 games. You look back, go, damn. Imagine if we didn't make those moves in April that we knew that we easily could have done. And
yes.
it's not like something there where you're saying, well, Weaver threw 36 pitches the day before, so why would you do that in April? Like that I get. It wasn't that situation.
It was an off day the
It-
day before.
exactly. It wasn't
And
that
I don't
type
think
of
he
situation.
and I don't think he pitched. If I'm not mistaken, I don't think we saw Weaver on Sunday.
I mean, even if you did, like you said, you had a full off
He
day.
had a
So
full off day the day. I mean, I don't know. It's one of
and
those
you even
things.
said it. You even said he didn't have to get 4, but you got to get that one big guy out. Like
I didn't want-
Suarez is the game right there in that situation.
To be honest, I wouldn't have put him in for 4 outs because I do get it's the beginning of the year, and we said it on the nights of the roundtable. You're like, well, where do you think innings wise, whatever? I would like him to be, 70 in the 70 low 70s in terms of innings at the end of the year,
Mhm.
going into the playoffs. I mean, like
Yeah.
I don't want it to be like in the 90s already. Like I don't want that. So no, I wouldn't have necessarily gone to him for 4 outs there. Once I saw that we had 2 ducks on the pond and I think still only 1 out in the inning, I would have started to warm up Luke Weaver in a hurry so that in the event that we end up with a bases loaded situation, I can go to him. Once it became 2 outs and bases loaded, if I started warming Luke Weaver with 2 guys on and 1 out in the inning, I could have brought him into a fire situation. Look, there's 2 outs, bases loaded. Luke, I need this 1 out. I don't care how you do it. I don't care I need this 1 out, and that's it. And once he gets us out of that inning, I go to a lower leverage guy for the rest of the game. And you might say, oh, but then the close. Well, the actual save of that game was that situation. That was the save right there. It's not the accredited save. It's not the statistical save, but the real save. Everybody knows that game was decided in that inning.
Oh yeah, no doubt about that. No doubt about it. Guys, we're 21 likes away from 100. Let's get there. We're gonna get ready to jump right in to your favorite part of the show. That is, of course, voicemails. I do want to add one more thing about Mark Leiter Jr. is that it really does feels like the Yankees are doing everything in their power to make him the 7th inning guy. Like it looks like they're trying to force that to happen. Like they've said it in their mind that we want him to be the 7th inning guy. Let's make sure this works and give him all those opportunities to do that.
It's not something we haven't seen in the past. I mean, we kicked and screamed throughout the entire Clay Holmes experience, and some people believed what the media was putting out there. Some people drank the Kool-Aid so much that Clay Holmes is no longer even on this team, and they're still defending him as our closer.
All right. You know what I'm laughing about right now? I just noticed this just now. We're like the modern age version of Mario and Luigi.
I just realized that shit too.
Well, yo,
I have the
CBS, Netflix, Nintendo. You want to make like a modernized version? Everybody likes, oh man, you got to change all the characters and all that. Well, Francis could be a Dominican, and
Exactly.
I'm still the Italian Mario, and then you got the Dominican Luigi. That we could be plumbers. We could be plumbers and then have like a food truck on the side.
Yeah, they would eat that right up. They modernized the shit out of everything.
100%. Disney would love us. Oh, Disney.
Why wouldn't Luigi be a Dominican guy?
Why not? We're plumbers during the day, and at night we got a chimney truck. It's amazing.
I said, why wouldn't Luigi be Latinx? You know how many Dominican Luigis I know? You'd be surprised.
Don't let Jira hear that term, please.
That's why I said it.
Mod on. March said he could accept that. Okay, well, look, maybe we got something here. Maybe we got something. All right, plumbers during the day, chimney truck at night. The show would
be amazing. The Adventures of Mario and Luigi in 2025 with us? Are you crazy?
That'd be great.
I mean, you just gave away $1 million idea live on air. I hope somebody's listening. I hope somebody's listening. Listen.
Somebody really should. Oh, Medina's getting hot about you saying Latinx too. Latinx? Who is it? You just said that?
I
Latinx
used
back
to,
in the
I
day?
used to, I used to say that.
Latinx.
It's like, yo, Latinx? I'm not Latinx.
Latinx. Oh, my God. I tell you what. All right, let's get in the voicemails. Here we go.
Let's hear him.
Hey, Pete, Francis, Jira, Chat, William Henry here. Hope everybody's doing great.
Morning.
First of all, I'm so excited and congrats, Pete, to you and the NYYU team about the upcoming May 10th charity game. That's going to be an awesome thing. What a great accomplishment. Just a suggestion, I think you maybe go ahead and give Pablo Reyes a call, see if he can play in the game, because I think that might be the only pitching he's ever going to be able to hit.
Oh, no.
The other comment I have is I'm really excited about the Yankees opening of the season and their start in the first few games. The young players, Rice, Volpe, my guy Dominguez, Wells, they're all hitting really well, and they're our future, and I'm really impressed. I'm also glad that Boone listened to you, Pete, about he's not taking Dominguez out anymore too early in the games, because he already missed an at-bat once when he did that. And Dominguez needs to get every single at-bat he can, especially right-handed. I don't think we should give up on his ability to hit right-handed this early. It's too premature. Like what I've seen for Dominguez, particularly going deep in the counts on most at-bats, and he's making all the plays in the field, so that should quiet all the haters. Take care, everybody. I'm out. Bye.
Yeah, you know, William Henry, I'm actually happy you brought up Jason Dominguez, because I want to take a second to talk about him a little bit too. Is he made a lot of good plays yesterday, and I'm talking about with his glove. So it's a lot of times the little things that you don't get to see, because everybody wants to pick on him for everything. And Yankee fans have fed into this propaganda that he's the worst. And I'm not saying Yankee fans as in, I'm talking 90% of the population of Yankee fans. I'm not. There's a small percentage of Yankee fans out there that like to spread these dumbass narratives that he's the worst fielder in the world, and he can't do this, he can't do that, he strikes out too much. Like, there's so much stuff about Dominguez out there, apparently, that to me is just, I say it all the time, it's batshit crazy. I was saying about Anthony Volpe, you got to give him the time that he needs to develop into the player he's going to be, and hopefully we're going to start seeing that more from Anthony Volpe here in year 3. But remember, Jason Dominguez is 22, he's in year 1. He would have been a rookie all season last year and been playing with the Yankees at 21 years old. That's the level of talent this kid has. But in yesterday's game, multiple fly balls. They caught maybe 3 or 4 putouts yesterday. But the thing that impressed me the most was the hard line drives down the left field line that he was able to cut off and get to before they went to the wall.
But yes,
that he
and
held
not
runs.
bobble. And not
Exactly.
Yep.
And people don't want to talk about that. But there was that ball. I forgot what inning it was when they had second and third off of Carrasco. It might have been a double off the bat of Suarez. I believe it was. But Dominguez stopped the ball before it got to the wall that held that run from scoring to come in from third base. And he got the ball back in very, very quickly. So I always say this, when people want to knock something, well, then I'm going to find the little things that a player could do that are good, and I'm going to talk about it. Now the new thing of Jason Dominguez, because he's starting to make the plays in the outfield, now the new thing is, well, he can't hit right-handed, so he should just stay left-handed for good. And I'm sitting there going, again, ladies and gentlemen, you're talking about the smallest sample size that we've seen so far. Again, can you let the frigging kid play? Can he get some games under his damn belt before we're sitting there going, well, he can't. Why is he hitting left-handed for? I mean, it's nuts to me. Some of the stuff that people are trying to throw on this kid when he's a Yankee. And he's a Yankee that we need to be good. I don't get it.
Prospect.
I don't understand it. It's like somebody going out there being like, you know what? Well, Volpe's going to suck again this year. Wells sucks too.
Exactly.
You know, just trade these guys and give me anyone. Give me a veteran to plug in. It's absolutely nuts. Is there going to be times where a young player frustrates you? Of course, because there's a learning process here. Not many guys come up in their Albert Pujols and they're just good forever. It doesn't always happen that way. Some guys take a little bit of time, and this is Jason Dominguez's first full year that he's actually starting and going to be playing every day. So I think a lot of people that are knocking this kid, dial that shit back a little bit. Calm down. Let him play.
I saw a lot of vitriol for him the other night for the at bats against against Zach Gallen, and I was like, one second, like, do people not realize the caliber of pitcher that Zach Gallen is?
Did people see what he did to the rest of the lineup?
I mean, he struck Judge out 3 times, if I'm not mistaken. Like, guys, this is one of the best pitchers in baseball today. What he did exactly what he was supposed to do with the young people in our lineup. He carved them up and make them look silly. That's what elite pitchers do. They feast on young, impressionable hitters who don't know. They don't know that they're wet behind the ears still in terms of Major League Baseball. When they step in the box against a guy like that, that's what's going to happen 9 times out of 10. That's why we praise them the way that we do when they're able to do what they did against a guy like Corbin Burns the night before, because that's not common. That's very hard to do. And out of those two pitchers, Corbin Burns is the way tougher at bat, and it was colder that night.
No doubt about it. Especially like you're right. Corbin Burns has one of the best cutters. When people talk about good cutters, they compare it to Corbin Burns because he has one of the best cutters in baseball. He throws that pitch with high velo. Think about a freezing night. You're a left-handed hitter. That pitch is eating you up on the hands. You know how that feels?
Yeah.
It's not a comfortable at bat. Jason Dominguez went up there and hit a bomb off the guy to right. And look, the at bats are getting better. People also forget he almost went out to left center field yesterday.
Yes.
Batting left-handed. Dominguez got power to all fields. Ladies and gentlemen, all I'm trying to say here is you got a player here that needs to be good for the Yankees to have a chance to win this year.
Yes.
So I think you don't have to be blind to what he does or blind to the negatives. You could call out the negatives, but Lord have mercy. Let's make a little bit of sense of the negatives here before we're calling it out. Like let's put it into a real perspective here.
Yeah.
And I think it might have been Los in the chat, Yankees Farm, that may have said, I think he's had 21 at-bats right-handed in his career in the majors. That's the sample size you want to go on and say, hey, Jason, I think batting right-handed is a bad idea.
They decide. That's the problem, is that once it's a lot of fans out there that once they decide on what they believe a player is, they're not willing to back off of their point. It's like all the Volpe haters that were like, oh, Volpe's trash. He's going to be trash. It doesn't matter. Year 3, he's going to be garbage or whatever. They're just quiet. They refuse to praise how he's had this great offensive start and may have found something with the change of the bat and the approach and what. No, they're just quiet because they're waiting for him to fail so that they can say something again.
Yep.
It's
correct.
Not, I mean, these are guys on your team. Like, don't you want them to succeed more than you want to be right?
Yep.
I would think.
Yeah, no, you definitely would. You're 100% correct on that. And, you know, we're going to see. Dominguez is getting his time. And shout out to whoever said that in the chat. It might have been, William Henry said that Boone has left him in now 2 games in a row for 9 innings because I think it was fairly obvious. And look, I shouted out Chris Kirshner today. We did, I think it might have been DS. That might have been DS night. Or it might have been during the game. It was one of those.
I think it was game season.
It was during game season.
It was DS day. It was Sunday, but we did game season that day.
Yeah, and look, I don't know if Chris Kirshner brought this up to Boone directly in a press conference. I didn't see a clip of this at all, but I wish the beat writers do this because the one thing that we have in life is our word. If you give your word on something, well, you should do that, and you should keep. When it comes to authority, and to the Yankees, Aaron Boone is an authority figure because he's making decisions. So we're told he's making decisions, right?
Yeah.
So if Aaron Boone sits there and goes, no, I believe in this guy's defense. We believe in his defense. Well, then the actions need to back that up. So when you're going out there and every single day you're taking a kid out in the 7th inning, you're telling everyone, we don't believe in his defense. He's not that good. And I got some people coming on here going, well, Pete, isn't this something you would do anyway? Like, you want your best defense to be out there in a close game, right? And I go, yeah, of course you do. Yeah. But you got to handle things a little differently when you're dealing with a 22-year-old. I said it that night, Francis, if you remember. There's 2 other outfielders you can also move.
Yep.
There's 2 other guys you can also say, hey, if I want to get this kid in, this other guy in there, I can move somebody else. And to Boone's credit, he did that yesterday.
Yep.
He moved somebody else so that Dominguez could still be in the lineup and Trent Grisham could play because Trent Grisham played well. Yeah. So, you know, I just want to leave that there because you want your word to back up the action that you actually take. And it would be very easy because people go, oh, Pete, if you were to talk to, you would be rude. Will you go after him? What do you? No, not at all. I just use his words. I simply say, hey, Aaron, quick question. You said in spring training that you and the organization really do believe in Jason Dominguez defense. With the actions you guys have shown in the first 4 games here, it doesn't seem like that's the case since you've taken him out in all 4 games. Mm-hmm. Let him answer that question because you're not asking anything wrong. He can't have pushback because, brother, you said it. I'm going off of what you told us.
When you were asked, should he be able to, pick up left field, or is that going to be an issue? You said, I don't see why not.
Great answer.
And we championed that. We praised them for that because it was a great answer. I mean, it was one of those moments where, like, yeah, Boone sounds exactly like the guy that they sell us that he is, like this baseball guy who's been around the game his entire life. Like when he said that, that's what that sounds like. Somebody who's been around this game so long that he can look at a guy like Jason Dominguez and say, look, there's no reason why this kid shouldn't be able to pick up left field. Like, I get it. He's had some struggles here and there, but like, I'm looking at him. I know this game. I've been around it. And I'm looking at this player. There's no reason why he's not going to be able to do this. So put your money where your mouth is now, man. Let him play.
Who's the manager of the Brewers again?
Pat Murphy. Our guy, Pat
got
Murphy.
some comments, man. He said it was a good old-fashioned ass whooping.
Good old-fashioned ass whooping.
I love it. Pat Murphy, man. We need more managers like Pat Murphy. I tell you right now, just tell the truth. Just tell the truth. He ain't gonna stick up for none of his players or nobody. He's gonna tell you the truth about the situation, and that's it.
It looks like the Brewers went back to back because they went from Counsell to Pat Murphy.
Yeah.
That's pretty dope.
I like Pat Murphy.
Yeah,
3 likes away from 100, guys. Let's get there. But let's keep on with the voicemails. Got a few more, and then we're gonna wrap the show up.
Hey, this is Joey.
Oh,
from
shit.
the Bronxy, baby.
My guy.
And as soon as I say, I'm not going to hold my breath with Los and Volpe, what happens? Rodon shoves like a demon, and fucking Volpe turns into some sort of home run king. So much for predictions, but I'm happy to be wrong on those cases. I just want to say a few words about Michael Kay outing the Yankees about the torpedo bats. Apparently he was told not to, make a big deal out of it, because at the end of the day, not because it's illegal, it's perfectly fucking legal. Everybody who says that the Yankees are cheating, that these bats are not legal, I would like to remind them that each bat is personally inspected and approved by their mothers. Their mothers love these torpedo bats, and it's certified legal. So they can all just shut the fuck up about this nonsense. But going back to Michael Kay, this is a competitive advantage. Your analytics team puts a lot of fucking work into coming up with this ingenious fucking breakthrough. And sooner or later, the other teams, all your rivals, are going to find out about it. Okay? But what you want when you have a competitive advantage is for them to find out as late as possible. Because once they start copying it, the competitive advantage vanishes. So you want to ride that advantage for as long as possible. What does this dumbass do with his journalistic, I'm going to be the first one to break the news bullshit? He comes right out and fucking says it. And he shrinks the fucking timeline that we get to take advantage of this. He's a stupid fucking... Everybody calls him Yankee boy. He just fucked up. He just fucked over the Yankees with this one. So maybe he's not such a Yankee boy. Maybe he's a traitor. He'd like to be the first one to break the news, and in the meantime doesn't give a shit that he fucked us over. Anyway, take it easy. Talk to you guys later.
Love you, Joey. That's my guy, man. I love Joey.
Great voicemail from Joey today.
Got to meet Joey one day. One day we will.
I hope so. Can I say this? I want to give him some flowers.
Go ahead.
Because he did exactly what we were saying a lot of fans are not able to do. He started the voicemail by literally saying, look, I said, the moment I say I'm not holding my breath on these two guys, they come out and they do exactly the opposite of what I predicted. Basically saying, look, good for them.
Yeah.
I love that, bro. I love that. Like, I wish we saw that more. Just say, yeah, you know what? I was wrong about this guy. I was wrong about that guy, but they're doing good and I'm happy about it because it's my team. I love that.
Facts.
That was real good.
And no, I did. He actually brought something up that I forgot about talking about because I was on the plane when the Rodon game happened.
Yes.
And I was in the airport. So my flight took off. I think I got on the plane around 8 o'clock and we took off about 8:30, 8:40. So I got to see a large portion of the game on my phone.
Mm-hmm.
And Rodon started that game horrible. First 2 innings, 4 runs, and you're sitting there going, oh, come on, man. Like, once as a base, it feels like a lot of Yankee fans are saying, okay, cool, maybe Los could really do it this year and put it together. He gets, gives us the homer, gives us some more runs. It just doesn't look good through 2, and you're sitting back going, he ain't going to make it through 4. Like, he's going to give us no chance to win this game at all. Carlos Rodon, then, for anybody sitting there going, he's a mental case ain't going 4 shutout innings after that horrible outing.
Exactly.
So he goes
Retiring
4
three.
shutout after that, starts racking up strikeouts. Seems like he just found his command. He locked in, as Jira just said in the chat. And look, is anybody patting a guy like Carlos Rodon on the back because he goes 6 innings, 4 runs? No, not at all. But at the end of the day, that is a sign of composure. That is a sign of I can do this in New York. It's not that hard. I'm not a mental case like some people want to just put on him. He was able to shut that club down for 4 and give the team a chance to win. Now, Zach Gallen was phenomenal.
Thank you.
But he gave his team a chance to win. If anybody sits back and goes, should the Yankees lose a game 4-0 if a starter goes, 6 innings and he holds them to 4 runs, you Yankees got a chance to win? You would simply go, yeah, of course they do. Yeah, they got a chance to win, no doubt.
I mean, honestly, bro, if your starter's handing you the ball, having given up only 4 runs and getting you into the 6th inning, I'm sorry, for the New York Yankees, that's a game that you 1,000% have a chance to win. So the loss is not on Rodon at that point.
You just had a better pitcher on the other side that night. That's all.
That's it right there. That's the story. The story shouldn't be, Rodon just didn't have it that day. No, he had a rough start, locked the fuck in, and found it the rest of the way and found a way to give his team length that they so desperately needed after the games that they played the day before. And the offense just couldn't solve Zach Gallen. And guess what? That's going to happen sometimes. That's what good pitching does. Sometimes they keep you alive. All right. But that loss is nowhere near on Rodon. Now, if he would have continued, like you said, right?
If he goes, 3 2/3 at that point and there's 5 runs given up, you're like, damn, that's a letdown.
If he which is what it looked like it was going to happen.
That I told Jira sitting there, I'm like, yo, he ain't going to last 3 innings. This is a mess.
I thought it would probably be like he's going to get into the 4th inning. He's going to give up another 2. It's going to be 6-0. And the Bruins going to have to come and take the ball. That's what I saw after the 2nd inning. And like Joey said, shut me right up. Started striking people out. I think he retired 8 straight batters at one point. And I sat there and I was thinking kind of what you just said. Like, this is a different guy, because it's not so much about the physical performance that he had that game. It was the mental performance in his second outing of the season that really impressed me. That's hard to do. And we saw him struggle with that in his first year as a Yankee. We saw him struggle mightily with that, not being able to bounce back from a bad inning. A bad 2 innings that was death for him in the first year as a Yankee.
That's right.
In year 3, he bounced back and he found a way to pitch and keep us in the game. That's the name of the game at that point. Sometimes you're not going to have the best start to a game. It's okay. You give up 3 runs, you give up 4 runs. That happens. But elite starters know that that's going to happen. They got to find a way to bear down and give you more innings and keep it where it's at. And that's exactly what he did. And that's why Volpe's home run at the end of the game was not like just, this is some garbage time or whatever. No. That's not a garbage time thing. That was a 3-run home run that made it a 1-run game with us being at home. Yep. And that wouldn't have been able to happen if Rodon didn't do what he did the rest of the way.
Exactly right. And if they ever did win that game, you're looking back going, damn, what a start. You're seeing it even different. Like, that's a hell of a start. For him to be able to do that, that's an absolutely hell of a start. Scott Wright on the screen, I threw it on here because he's right. So he said, there are games when you're going to be the second best starter on the mound. It's that simple.
Yes. And that's hard to deal with sometimes. And that's why I like the way that he went about it that day.
No doubt. 2 more voicemails, guys. Let's go.
Yo, Pete and Francis, what up? It's Chandler calling in, man.
What up?
Hey, what up,
I feel
Chandler?
like our offense may not only be a home run type of offense, because you got to look at it, right? Judge is a great all-around hitter. I know his power is like what he's known for, but Judge will get hits all day. That's why he's religiously up in the high 300s now. Paul Goldschmidt, he's going to hit. Dominguez is looking like he could be a type of hitter that just gets on base for you. He's been looking good recently. His power will come around. He looks like he can be an all-around hitter. Jazz. I just want Volpe to get more into just spreading the ball around. He seems like his power is good, but by the end of the year, he could be batting 200 with a 8-something OPS, which would be wild. But I don't feel like we're just only a home run team. We should be pretty balanced. It's only 6 games, so we don't really know. But I think we can be pretty balanced. Let me know what you guys think.
Yeah, no doubt. I mean, we talked about that as that question was being raised to us, but yeah, I mean, I think it's very very obvious that this offense has a good chance of being an offense that can score without just a home run. But like Francis said, you also now have a 1 through 9 that can put that ball over the fence. So there could be situations. Look, you know how this goes, folks, is that you're just getting shut down by a pitcher and your pitcher's doing well, like the situation we just talked about. And a lot of times what changes a game like that is a big home run in the big moment. And you just get that one pitch that one error is drilled out and you got a 2-1 game. I mean, that's a very, very common thing in Major League Baseball. Sometimes that home run does come clutch, but I agree. And we've actually, to be fair to the Yankees, it has been 6 games. But I remember the game. Which game was it again? Bellinger had 2 sack flies. I think it's the game we called. Cody Bellinger had 2 sack flies that game. So I'm like, I mean, the Yankees have done certain things that you could look at. A couple of stolen bags, first to third. Dominguez scored from first on a double yesterday. I mean, this team can do stuff like that.
Bro, I honestly, I do get the sentiment when people say that, are they going to be able to win the game with a big home run? I get it, because it seems like even though we have guys who can do more than just hit home runs, it seems like the games that we lose are the games that we don't have enough of the big home run.
Yeah.
But you got to understand, like, that's why I made the point that I made before. When you have as many guys that can give you that big home run, it doesn't feel as bad. It's like, you look back, basketball analogy for those who watch basketball, you look back at those Golden State Warriors teams, that mini dynasty, if you want to call it that. People said early on, well, teams don't win. The teams that live and die by the 3 don't win. They changed the game. Why? Because they lived and died by the 3, but they had 3 or 4 guys who could hit the 3. That was the thing. It wasn't just Curry. Then they went out and got Kevin Durant. They had Curry, Thompson, Durant, even Draymond could hit a 3 when they needed it. They could get the 3 from so many different guys on the floor at one time. When you have 60, 80% of your offensive output that can give you the thing that you need to win, it's not an Achilles heel anymore. When you look at the Yankees and say they need the big home run to win, if we only had 1 guy or 2, I would say, yeah, that's a problem. We got like 4 or 5, maybe 4 or 5, especially if Ben Rice. Especially if Ben Rice is in the lineup.
Oh, Ben Rice. If somebody, he just, I know it's very early, but Ben Rice's at bats look really good. I mean, forget the idea of, what's he going to do overall. Ben Rice is also just not chasing everything this year. And last year could have been, he had a little bit of jitters about him first time up. He had a 3-homer game, and he's like, damn, this is going to be easy. And then, reality kind of hits you that they'll start pitching you differently to see if you chase stuff, and then they'll stick with it. And you got to then make that adjustment. But Ben Rice put on some healthy weight, whether it was, it doesn't matter what it was. He put on some severe, really, really, really healthy weight. And he's just, he has to shout out the Yankees on this. They sat there all off season, and they probably took trade requests on Ben Rice. And the Yankees said they believe he's a middle of the order bat. That was what the Yankees said. The Yankees said they believe he's a middle of the order bat. Now think about that for a second. The Yankees could be right. If Ben Rice ever had a year where he surprised you, his 25 plus homers at bats 240.
I mean,
he's a middle of the order bat.
It wouldn't
They're
shock
not
me,
wrong,
bro. I mean, I don't know if it was ever confirmed, but when we were talking with Tampa Bay, reportedly Ben Rice was one of the names they asked about.
And I hate saying this. Everybody knows I love Yandy Diaz. I love Yandy Diaz. But if we see more of this Ben Rice, I'll take the younger guy over Yandy. And I love Yandy Diaz.
You have to.
I take the younger guy over Yandy Diaz. Now, would I have said that last year? No, I'm not going to bullshit you. I would have said Theo Rice and go for there. But
we wouldn't know.
Francis, that's baseball. People don't understand that baseball's a very, very hard game to understand. Everybody in this chat, besides Los, because Los won't trade any prospect. he ain't traded no damn prospect. He would have said to me, "You're crazy, Pete. You're nuts. Don't do that deal." And now, right now, he would have been right. We got a big super chat from Matthew Cintrone, my guy. Let's get a little music for Matthew over here.
Thank you for being a friend.
Gahabagool. He said, "What up, fellas? Congratulations on all of your success, Matty Cintrone, my brother. I really, 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 really appreciate that. Thank you so much, man. As you guys know, We got one more voicemail to get to. Then I want to talk about May 10th real quick. But let's go ahead and get to the GOAT of voicemails. Here he is.
Hey, Ben Francis, Macho King in the hills. How you doing? To the underground, yeah.
Yeah.
And first and foremost, I want to say happy birthday to my queen, Tammy, yeah.
Yeah.
And we got the win last night, and Judge got the power, and he's on top of the tower, too sweet to be sour, the man of the hour, yeah. And I want in honor of Uncle Tom, where I'm here to tell everyone is about the NYY Underground taking over, yeah, coming to a town near you. And Macho King's letting the mamas know UWO is the way to go. Dig it. You like to dance at all the hip-hop spots. You cruise and connect the dots. She likes to pop because she's living to Vida Loca, yeah, and we're learning Spanish, all night long with much that dong, da dong, da dong. Cause I did it for the you. Ooh, yeah. And to all my macho mamas and macho maniacs, yeah, stay macho on 25. Cause we're kicking it live and there ain't no jive. We're down with the UWO for life. Ooh, yeah. Watch out.
Hey, man. Top of the line. Happy birthday, Tammy.
was
Wonderful,
goated, man.
wonderful
Love,
person,
man.
by the way. Look, man, I always look. That's the beautiful thing about this community. I'm gonna say it right now. Macho's up front and center, right? You don't get to meet Tammy, his wife. His wife is a wonderful lady, by the way.
She really
I
is.
absolutely
His
adore
whole
her. I
family.
love his whole family.
Yes, whole family.
Love his whole family. Same thing too with Anthony Medina's kids. I'm Uncle Pete now. I'm Uncle Pete.
yeah?
So this is how this stuff works, man. Like we love doing what we do, and I always say it, man. My the way that I go about NYYU, the strategy is just something that people aren't doing anymore, and I don't get it. Like we've lost sight of community. We've lost sight of that. That's why I said with this event coming up on May 10th, I'm like, it has to be in the Bronx because this has to be a Bronx community driven event, and that's it. Because I don't think it happens enough. I don't think it happens enough.
Definitely
and
doesn't.
that's what we're doing here with May 10th, and it's just going to be something that we add to our yearly calendar. So if anybody is unfamiliar with what I'm talking about, on May 10th, we are having a charity softball event, which we're going to make this a yearly thing, year after year after year after year. And this is going to be for Stand Up to Cancer. So all ticket proceeds will go 100% to Stand Up to Cancer for this event. We're partnering with Victus Sports. As you guys know, we're going to have custom-made bats for that day. We're partnering with our good friend Jordan the Barber. He's going to be one of the team captains. I'm also working with one other foundation that we worked with before in the past. I'm trying to get something locked in with that. I know Ra and Mike Thompson are also going to be helping. I got to talk with them pretty soon on this also. But ladies and gentlemen, this is really, really big for the community because everybody's been affected in one way by cancer. Whether it hasn't maybe directly affected you, you more than likely know of somebody that has been affected by this. I mean, it's one of the number one killers in the world is cancer. Like I told Francis, my grandmother died of cancer at a very young age. I never had a chance to meet my real grandmother. I had another lady that filled in, Lucy. Love Lucy to this day. I absolutely adore Lucy. She was like a grandmother to me. Only grandmother I really knew was Lucy. So shout out to Lucy, by the way, man. I remember when Bob Backlund, he used to do the chicken wing?
Yeah.
I'm sitting there one day as a little fat kid, and I'm like, oh, he's doing the chicken wing. She goes, I'll make him right now. Give me a second. And she went to go make chicken wings. She thought I was wanting chicken wings. I didn't want chicken wings. Jira's grandmother. You know, everybody in the chat saying it, but here's the beautiful thing. When Stand Up to Cancer does the sign and it has the name on it, we're going to do that too.
Yeah.
Like, we're going to make this a really beautiful event that everybody can be a part of because it's not only for the people that want to play. There's a lot of people out there that hit me up and say, what about, can I watch? Yes, we're going to have spectator tickets. There will be spectator tickets for people that want to watch and just be there to support. So we are very, very happy to make this happen. And like I said before, we're trying to get media involved. We're working on the food truck situation. We're working on a lot of different things, concessions. We're working on that. We're really, really planning. Hell, Francis said the other day, we're talking, he goes, what about like walk-up music? We're working on that. I mean, we're working on every single aspect of this event to make it amazing, and then it's something that we can easily just put on year after year after year. So, we know you guys are going to support it. We know everybody's going to be there. I'm super excited for this.
I couldn't be more excited for this either. I think it's right in line with what NYY Underground has been about since the word go. It's who we are as people. If you guys, you guys in the chat, you guys in the Discord, in the community, you guys know who we are. You've met us, you've seen us. This is who we are. It's not fake. We care about giving back. We're generous souls. That's who we are. It's in the fiber.
That's why they're here.
And that's why you guys show up. That's why you guys do what you do. So we got to continue to do what we do. This is the next step. We've done the 24-hour streams. We're obviously going to continue doing those things. Now this is the new adventure. This is the next step. And like Pete said, this is the inaugural year. This is going to be something that we hope to make an installment, man. So I couldn't be more excited, man. I mean, obviously the softball is something that we've been trying to do forever. To be able to combine this with the spirit of philanthropy that we've always had from the beginning is really truly special, and it's going to be a great day, not just for this community, but for everybody who finds their way to be a part of that day. It's going to be a great experience because, I mean, that's all we know how to do is give great experiences. So
hey, man, it's and the good thing is we don't rush anything. So
no,
the way this has set up for us, it's time. You know what I mean? Certain things, when you're sitting back, you go, okay, now it's time. Now we can do this. Now we can make this right. And I've never been one to rush anything because I want it to be the best event it could possibly be. And I think we have everything in place now to make that happen. Dave Rice with an important question. He said, Pete, I'm a 10-year survivor of lung cancer. I'm in Arizona and cannot attend the event. How can I contribute? I'll ask this to everybody. There's a lot of things that we need to do still. That do cost money, that is cost effective, that we gotta figure out how to make this work. You can always email us, nyyunderground@yahoo.com. We can kind of show you what we're looking to do, what that's gonna cost, what we're looking to add, things that we would like to have. Doesn't mean it's guaranteed that we need it, but I did this with Kerry yesterday. There's a couple of items that we're looking to get for this event to make it even better. Doesn't mean we need it. So if we can't do it, it's okay. But we always want to go above and beyond if we can. So the email is right in there. If you guys want to reach out to us via email, go, hey, look, I can't make the event. What can I do to help? Shout out to Kerry also. He sent me some funds to buy tickets, $25 tickets, which are spectator tickets, to send for people. So there's a lot of different things that we're working on when it comes to this, man. We don't stop working here at the U. We know where this is going. It's obvious. It's going to happen at some point where NYYU just absolutely takes off like a rocket. And look, man, all we want to do is keep the community involved the best way we can. So when that link is available, you guys are going to know. I'm hopeful to have it available ASAP. I would say, look, we got to have the link up and everything no later than the 10th because then we have a whole month to sell these tickets. So I think we'll be good with that. So again, ladies and gentlemen, love you guys. You're the best. Francis, have you got some final words here?
That's it, man.
Felice called you Kevin again, by the way. I love you, Felice. I love you, Felice. Let's go, Phillies. Let's go, Phillies.
Felice, it's me, Francis, man. Shouts out to you. Listen, that's pretty much it, man. Love you guys. Love this community. We got a game season live later this afternoon.
Of course. Game season. So you guys and then, by the way, I'm happy you said that. Game season. There won't be a post game today because they're going right into NYYST after that. So busy night.
So there you go. You guys, there you have it. You got game season this afternoon, 4 p.m. start. I know it's a weird time for a Friday game, but is what it is, ladies and gents. So enjoy it. We're playing the Pirates. Should be a good series, right? We avoided Paul Skeens. So it should be a fun series, man. Hopefully the Yankees bats stay hot down in Pittsburgh. Other than that, man, y'all already know. Spacky that like, he hit that subby, man. I'll see you in a few.
Oh, yeah. Peace out, guys. Have a great rest of your day. Catch you guys later.
Then watch me do it again. Tell them I can't take no loss. My team hold no L's, no. Aiming for the top, can't make it by myself. I ain't taking no loss.